Hi guys! So, a few of you asked to see the update on my mum's nails. If you remember, they were terrible and really bitten and pulled and picked, and I free sculpted without forms some general nails for her to go on holiday with. I didn't expect them to last, to be honest. I used CJP for the first time on her, and 3 weeks later, look at these. Look at the growth. Honestly, every time I've tried this before, they've come off because there's not much to keep them there. I'm so impressed with the growth on these nails. It's unbelievable. Now, she wants a shape change. She wants a more of a kind of baby stiletto / almond. And I did say to her, do you want to go longer? And she said, no, I don't want to go longer. My mother is almost completely blind, so she's constantly hitting her hands on things. So I often give her more of an apex with a short nail than I would as well, just for sort of safety. Anyway, I'm pushing back the cuticles first and foremost and removing any non-living tissue from the nail plate. So I'm now going to start creating the new shape. When I do infills, the majority of the work is going to be in the prep. You're going to be debulking the nail. You're going to be discussing with your client what shape they want this time. Do they want to change? Are they going to change design? For my mum, she tends to stick with the same thing, and she loves this CJP Rose Garden. She can't see it properly, but she knows what she likes. It doesn't make sense, but trust me, she doesn't like details on the nail because she won't be able to see what they are. But if it's a solid colour, she can kind of see that. So that's what keeps her happy, and the client is always right. So yes, I'm changing the shape here and debulking the nail. Now, I did have quite a bit of lifting on 1 or 2 of the fingers, and that's okay, because it was the first time I'd used CJP and my ratios were off. And also, she's been abroad on holiday, she's been swimming, all these things, and they've been on for 3 weeks. And considering the amount of times my mum catches her hands on the kitchen sides and cupboards and doors, so I'm actually really, really happy, and I don't have a problem with dealing with the lifting or anything like that. So I'm going in with the CJP Acid Primer pen now and just priming all the nails. And I will put a very thin coat of clear down because I'm using a coloured acrylic. And then basically this Rose Garden is not a design powder, it is a strength powder. So I don't need to cap. So although I'll put a thin layer down with clear, I'll then build the rest of the nail, including my apex, with the Rose Garden. I'll leave you guys to watch. I don't know what I was going to say then. I'll leave you guys to watch. Although I'm keeping the bead thin, what I do is I'm picking up a smaller bead and just draining a bit of the liquid out the back so it's not grainy and runny. But yes, I will leave you to watch, and I'll pop in if I remember anything. I still feel like I'm not quite 100% there with my ratio, but I'm getting there. And I was really happy with the way these turned out. I'm thinking about the apex now. These are incredibly short, and you know, I do give my mum more of an apex than I would, for example, if anybody else, because of just her lifestyle and the way she is. So that's why you might be looking at them thinking, oh, I wouldn't build that much of an apex. I have to, because otherwise the nails will be damaged. But apart from that, I mean, I'm really enjoying working with this system. Obviously, I'm not working full-time as a tech. I'm still recovering from surgery, so I don't get to use the product on a daily basis. So it takes a bit longer to get used to it, I think, when you don't have that day in, day out repetitive practice with a new product. But I am really happy with it so far. There is another system I'm looking at trying as well, and then I can sort of feel my way as to which way I want to go. I just like the way you can work the acrylic and the bead just sits there and it does as you want it to. It's not hard to blend, it's not hard to move around, it's very easy. And I'm using my old brush, which is knackered, because I'm still waiting for my new one to be delivered. So, you know, it's not even like I've got a good firm brush to use with it. This brush is so soft. But yeah, it works really well. The acrylic, that is, not the brush. Now, because I took time with my shaping prior to applying the acrylic, and then I paid attention whilst applying the acrylic, my finish filing was like 10 minutes, and then I went over with the white buffer block. So I haven't included that because it was literally just perfecting, going around the cuticle, sidewall, cuticle, down the belly of the nail, and then belly of the nail? I was looking at the belly of my brush. Down the body of the nail, and then using the sanding block just to buff out any scratches or anything like that. So there wasn't actually a lot of finish filing at all. So I'm just going to skip that and go straight to top coat. I'm using Blue Sky No Wipe top coat. If you like a thick top coat, it's really, really good. It is very gel-like, very thick. But if you don't like a thick top coat, you won't like it because it is really thick. I just do a layer of that, 60 seconds in my LED lamp, wait for it to cool, and then I'll apply cuticle oil. So here we are. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know some of you said, please show me the end result after the infill. So here we go. Do check out my other videos. I'm open for collaboration. So if anyone wants to collaborate, give me a shout.